Hi everyone, it's Ari here. I'm gonna do story time for everyone in everywhere. Today I'm gonna read The Easter Bunny Comes to Australia. So we're gonna follow the Easter Bunny as he hides eggs all over Australia with a final stop at your house. Can you find the Easter eggs hidden throughout this book? Let's find out. The Easter Bunny Comes to Australia, an Easter adventure. And this is written by Lily Jacobs, illustrated by Robert Dunn. Our story begins in a wonderful place with a boy named Jack and a girl named Grace. Welcome to Australia. They had moved to Australia and longed to explore, make friends, have adventures, and many things more. They are in a pet store. Do you think the bunny already start from here or not yet? On the day before Easter, they drove into town. They went to the pet store and looked all around. See the pet store here. Closer, you see the bunny and the birdie and even turtle here. There in the front was a pen full of bunnies. The small ones were cute. The big ones were funny. They played with the bunnies and thought for a bit. And then they agreed on the most perfect fit. The little bunny with a floppy hop. He's the one. They decided, let's call him Flop. They decided to have a bunny as a pet. Oh yeah, so Flop joined the family that bright autumn day. Oh perfect, it's autumn now. The little bunny was now home to stay. This is Flop. Come join the family. They played until bedtime, then made a snug nest and settled Flop into his cage for a rest. Grace gave Flop a kiss. Mwah! Jack patted his head. Then the two happy children climbed into bed. This is Jack and Grace's bed. A soft evening breeze blew in through the window as Grace and Jack fell fast asleep on their pillows. But Flop had no time now to close his own eyes. He was preparing an Easter surprise. Get Flop so cute. Although he was small and he knew it was true, tonight little Flop had a big job to do. For I had a secret. He had a late show. He was the Easter Bunny and he had to go. A magical wind gave his whiskers a tickle. His nose, how it twitched. His ears, how they wiggled. Soon Flop was quite different than ever before, and he couldn't wait not for one moment more. I think Flop ready for another adventure. He raced through the house and out into the night to where he had hidden his eggs out of sight. Look, he even have map. Map of Australia. Isn't that funny? just hop down, not hop, hop little bunny, hop, hop, hop. His marvelous burrow health is the eggs plenty. A lot of is the eggs there. To be quite exact, 9,000,020. He packed up the eggs. He looked at the map. Yeah, so you before. Is this the map? He fastened his goggles and his flying cap. Then Flop hopped right into his hot air balloon. Ooh, nice. Nice. And soon he was soaring as high as the moon. That is so high. As he watched his first stop grow nearer and nearer, his Australian mission became even clearer. Oh, look at that. The city. City light, city building first. Flop balanced eggs on a tall building top. Oh, look. Flop arrived at National Park. Then went to the park spreading eggs as he hopped. Looks like Flop in Sydney now. He smashed a quick Easter 6 just for some fun. Easter cup. And quietly hid chocolate eggs one by one. Flop went to the library. The National Library. This is the egg, is it? Number 4 and number 5. Funny. With big bounces here and giant jumps there. Flop hid Australia's eggs everywhere. To the west, to the east. He flew to the west, to the south. No, east first. He flew to the east, to the south, west, and north. He crisscrossed the country. He raced back and forth. Oh, that's quite an adventure, right? To the east, to the west, to the south, to the north, everywhere. Sydney, Melbourne, and Brisbane got rich. Then Adelaide, Perth, and Darwin were complete. Canberra, Hobart, my favorite place. The long list went on. Flop was delivering eggs until dawn. That's a lot of cities. Well done. Well done, Flop. Finally, Flop found his very last stop. He came to your house with a bunch and a hop, and there he delivered his Easter surprises, chocolate eggs, yum, of all shapes and sizes. So there is small one, big one, and all the shapes. And when he had finished, he stopped for a rest. Yes, surely Easter was one of his best. Yes, he has the eggs here, and look, even eggs in the window. And another. Oh, there's a lot. There's a lot of eggs in Australia. We have eggs in here. Wait, there. And there. And there we just saw before. Look. In there and over here. Over there. Everywhere. And we have Emma. Of course. And we have Australian news in the paper. The morning sun rose on that bright Easter day, and Grace and Jack both woke up early to play. But when they went over to find their friend Flop, the door was wide open. His cage was unlocked. Oh no! Where is Flop? Missing! They were eggs to discover for Grace and for Jack. But now Flop was missing. They just wanted him back. They looked under their beds. They looked all around, but the new bunny friend just couldn't be found. Not under the bed, not everywhere. Oh no! Who unfolded this map? But whose goggles were these? So they were outside. I think they were outside, and then they found the goggles, the map. Then from the garden came a faint tap, tap, tap. They rushed and they stumbled. It had to be him. And there they found baskets with something tucked in. Oh, look at that. And basket full of eggs for Grace and for Jack. It's Flop! They cried out and they held him so close. Jack tickled his ears. Grace kisses his pink nose. Flop hugged the two children, his new friends so dear. They found Flops. Happy Easter, Australia! See you next year! Happy Easter, everybody! Enjoy your chocolate eggs. Take a big one, take a small one. Right, so Australian Easter egg hunt. Very nice, Flop. Thank you very much, everybody, and happy Easter, Australia. Look at that. See you next year. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you again in my next story time for everyone in everywhere. See ya.